Hey guys, so it's officially April 2018, which means it's officially the month of Avengers Infinity War, and I have never been so scared of a film in my life. I've never been this scared of a film ever, because I know too much, I'm scared, I know that people are going to get killed off, and I know I love them, and I know I'm going to cry, because, judging by how I reacted to Logan last year, this is going to be 1,000 times worse. But I'm going to try and offset that fear by making a video of my predictions for Infinity War, because, well, there's a lot that can happen in this film, and there's some stuff that I really want to happen, and there's other stuff that I'm predicting that's going to happen, and I just thought this would be a fun video to make, so I'm just going to get right into it. And if you want to avoid spoilers and everything, I am going to be leaving all of the stuff that I am basing off of interviews and the trailers until right at the very end, so you don't have to worry about spoilers in this video. Right now though, I am going to start with the major character deaths of the next two films, because I may as well just pull the plaster off now, you know? I may as well just pull the plaster off and then go to the slightly happier, slightly sillier things I want to happen afterwards, so I don't have to think about the fact that most of my favourites are dying. The ones I predict that are going to be killed off is Captain America, Tony, Thor, Heimdall, Rhodey, and possibly Drax. I don't know why I'm thinking Drax, I just think maybe Drax may go, I don't know, but I know that Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans' contracts are running out by the end of Avengers 4. I know that much. I know that they extended it specifically to do Avengers 4, but I just feel like they're both gonna go. I don't know. I just feel like both of them are gonna go. RTJ has now been hinting at the fact that he may be leaving as well, saying that he wants to leave Tony Stark before it gets embarrassing to be Tony Stark. Like, quite frankly, for me personally, I think RTJ could still be playing Tony at 90, and I wouldn't care. I'd still be like, yes, you're Tony Stark, I love you, kind of thing. But I don't know, I reckon Tony may also get killed off. Heimdall, I reckon, is also gonna go, because he's just been confirmed for the film, and I just have a feeling Heimdall's going to go. If Thor goes, I reckon Heimdall's going to go. Rhodey, I reckon's going to go if Tony goes, because Rhodey's going to try and sort of maybe avenge Tony or something. I just reckon that they're going to knock out, Team Iron Man and maybe some Asgardians. I don't think Loki's going to go, though. I think Loki is going to live. I reckon the rest of the Avengers are going to live, and I reckon that the rest of the Guardians are going to live, and obviously Stephen Strange and Wong are also going to live, and all of the Wakandans are going to live. Or at least the main Wakandans from Black Panther are going to live. I'm definitely going to be wrong about some of this. I reckon I'm going to end up blindsided and someone's going to get killed off that I wasn't expecting, and it's going to hurt like hell. But currently that is my predictions for who's going to get killed off in Infinity War and Avengers 4. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping everybody lives. I'm praying everybody lives, but it's not going to happen. So that is currently who I think's going to die. It's not who I want to die. I don't want any of them to go, to be honest. I don't want any of them to get killed off, but they're definitely going to kill off some of them, and I reckon they're the ones that are going to get killed off. But now that I've got that bit out of the way, let's talk about the things that I want to happen in this film. Number one, awesome facial hair bros. The awesome facial hair bros is something that I've been looking forward to for years. I need to see awesome facial hair bros. RDJ did post a photo of him and Benedict Wong and Mark Ruffalo with the caption, awesome facial hair bros. I won't post it in case you didn't see it and you want to avoid spoilers, but obviously I'm a big fan of both of those characters. I love their archetypes and everything, and I love both of the actors, and I just want to see awesome facial hair bros, to be honest. I just want to see awesome facial hair bros. I also want Loki to have a redemption arc. I know he sort of had one in Thor Ragnarok, where he actually helped Thor to destroy Hela and stuff, and he wasn't exactly being bad. I don't really believe Loki is bad. I just think Loki is very, very misunderstood, and he's sort of acting out because he's never really known acceptance and stuff, and I think he's just sort of acting out, and I have a lot of feelings about Avengers Assemble and Thanos sort of controlling Loki and things. But basically I just want Loki to have a redemption arc, and for him to fight on the side of good, and to sort of, maybe he avenges Thor, maybe he was working with the Avengers to avenge Thor. I don't know, I just want Loki to have a redemption arc. Obviously I also want Loki to live, because Loki is my favourite villain of the MCU, or villain of the MCU. He's one of my favourite characters. I don't want him to go. I'm too attached to Loki, and I just kind of want Loki to live and then to go live on Sakaar, because he was really, really happy on Sakaar, and I think Sakaar really works for him as a planet to sort of live on, because it's quite chaotic and stuff, and he can sort of get away with a lot. And I really liked his relationship, like, with the Grandmaster, so I want him to live on Sakaar with the Grandmaster at the end of it, basically. So Loki gets to be happy and kind of gets to rule a planet, sort of, but he also gets to live on a planet that's sort of lawless and stuff, and I think that will work for him really well. Also, if Loki does get that redemption arc, I want him to team up with Stephen Strange and Wanda Maximoff to fight Thanos, because the three of them are incredibly powerful magicians. They have so much power to their disposal. They're arguably some of the three most powerful people in the MCU, and quite frankly, I just want to see what happens when that power all ends up working together against an enemy. I reckon that would be amazing to watch. Also, it's my fangirl dreams to see the three of them working together. You know, I just want to see the three of them working together. If Cap does die, I do want Captain America's last words to either be, "I'm with you to the end of the line," because if he dies in Bucky's arms, I want that to be his final line, or I want him to have his final words to be, "I could do this all day," because they are two of Cap's most iconic lines, they're his most repeated lines, and basically I think it will just round it off really well, and like round Cap off really well, though at the same time it will hurt like hell. I know it will hurt like hell, I know I'm torturing myself by thinking about that, but essentially that is how I want Cap's final words to sort of play out, sort of. I will be crying through that if that happens, but you know what I mean? I just think it'd be really cool final words for Captain America, because that's what he always says and things, and it just sort of is a nice callback to his previous films. I also want Pepper Potts to live at the end of this if Tony doesn't, and I also want it to be revealed at the end that she is pregnant with Tony's baby. Not because women are only allowed to be like baby makers in fiction or anything like that, definitely not, but I want Pepper to still be a big part of Tony's life, and for her to help carry on the Stark legacy, and I think having a baby will help obviously continue the Stark legacy and things. And I know it means that Tony can't raise his own child, or maybe doesn't even know that he was going to have a baby and become a father. Like, I just think it'd be really nice, and a sort of thing that they can maybe in like 20 years time or something then have Tony's baby come back as Iron Man or something in the future. I just think it'd be really cool, and it'd be a really nice thing to sort of bring up in like 20 years time or something like that, and it just continues the Stark legacy. So maybe also you can see like little news bits in the back of other films hearing about Tony and Tony's baby and Pepper's accomplishments and things like that. I just think it'd be nice to have that sort of thing just tying back to the original guy who started the MCU, and I just think it'd be really nice to have that to keep Tony's legacy going. Also, I want Peter Quill, Tony Stark and Stephen Strange to bond over their shared love of music. They all love the same sort of music and things, and they've all been shown to be big lovers of music and that type of music, so essentially I just want the three of them to bond over that, and maybe have a battle scene where like one of them is blasting music while they're all fighting, like obviously against Thanos, not against each other. I hope they don't fight against each other. I want them to be friends. I know they'll probably drive each other up the wall, but I would like them to still be friends and for them to bond over this shared love of music. I also hope they create the Illuminati, which is Stephen Strange, Tony Stark and Black Panther out of the current MCU characters, but obviously then they can pull in Professor X and Mr. Fantastic when the Fox merger goes through, but something like that. They can maybe replace a couple of characters if they don't go through with the merger or something like that. They can maybe put in like, I don't know, Natasha or someone to sort of bring in that sort of girl power into this very, very male-dominated group. I don't know. I just want the Illuminati to be created so then they can give the Infinity Gauntlet to Adam Warlock like they do in the comics. And also, I just think it'd be a really cool thing, and for my own enjoyment, it would mean that there would be more of a chance for Stephen Strange to meet T'Challa and then hopefully Everett Ross. And guys, I'm a big BBC Sherlock fan, so of course I want Benedict and Martin to meet each other in the MCU as well, and so they can meet in every single universe they've ever shared, and nothing really has to happen, but I just want the two of them to meet in the MCU. It would just be great. I know Everett Ross is not in Infinity War, but maybe in a future film, if they ever have to do another Illuminati bit, that could be in there. It'd just be fun. It'd just be fun to me. It'd just be great. That's what I'm reckoning anyway. And also on that note, if Everett Ross is going to turn up in the Infinity War and Martin's lying to us, which I wouldn't be surprised about, I want a scene where Stephen and Tony are arguing or something, or they're just saying something very, very obvious, and for Everett Ross to turn around and say, no shit, Sherlock, and for the two of them to look at each other like, what? Sort of thing, or give each other a knowing look. Because, come on guys, it's two Sherlock Holmeses in the MCU with a Watson. Jude Law has now been cast in Captain Marvel, so now we've got another Watson. Christine Palmer is played by Rachel McAdams, who is RDJ's Irene Adler. I mean, come on, it's crying out for a joke here. We are crying out for a joke. So if they don't put in that, then quite frankly, they've missed a trick. Also, speaking of geniuses, I want Tony and Bruce to really appreciate Shuri and her intelligence and not to be jealous of it. I don't think they will be jealous of it. I think Bruce, at the very least, will be very, very encouraging. I reckon Tony may be slightly intimidated that there is someone who is more intelligent than he is, but I hope they all sort of work together and sort of become a sort of good weapons building team or something, or they sort of share knowledge with each other or something like that, maybe sass each other or something. I just really hope that the three of them meet and they become sort of weapons experts or something together, or like tech experts together, or they just geek out over science. I just want Tony and Bruce and Shuri to geek out over science, maybe with Peter as well, because Peter's pretty damn clever. Also, I want Peter and Shuri to become good friends because they're both the same age, they're both incredibly intelligent and like surrounded by war and things like this, and they're also heroes in their own rights and things like that, and I just think they get along really well. I think they've got very, very similar senses of humour and things, and obviously their love of tech and stuff could really make them good friends, so I hope that's a thing. I also want the battle with Thanos to end with Adam Warlock coming down and hopefully taking the Infinity Gauntlet away, or maybe the Illuminati giving him the Infinity Gauntlet. I know Adam Warlock is not supposed to be turning up in the Avengers, he's supposed to be turning up in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I think it is, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if the directors are lying to us, just so we don't get too excited about things, or they're just not spoiling things, so I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Warlock also turns up. Also, I would love for Natasha and Bucky to be confirmed to have known each other in the Red Room, or to at least have some sort of history with each other. They keep on hinting at it, obviously with the least you could do is remember me, and things like this. Obviously, every single time Natasha and Bucky have spoken to each other or something, there's never been much time for the two of them to actually talk, or Bucky has been in Winter Soldier mode, so you never know, they could actually know each other and stuff, and I just basically want that confirmation because I need them together, because I seriously ship them. Like, I ship Bucky also with Steve and things, but if I can't have Steve and Bucky, I want Bucky with Natasha, because the two of them, I just need them together, basically. I need them together. I don't care if Natasha doesn't have the exact same storyline as she did in the comics. I just want them together. Also, during the battles, I want to see the Defenders and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because obviously all of these universes are supposed to be in the same universe, but they aren't connected. And I'd love to see just a quick shot of maybe Daredevil and Jessica Jones and the rest of the Defenders fighting in like New York or something, and then S.H.I.E.L.D. coming in to help in the battle for Wakanda or something. You don't have to have Coulson in there if you can't have him in there, because obviously none of the Avengers actually know that he's alive or anything, but I would really like to see maybe Daisy and May and a few others turning up to sort of help in the battle for Wakanda and stuff like that. I just think it'd be really cool to have all of that in. Also, if we could have one of the aliens possibly killing off Iron Fist, I'm not going to be opposed to that. Just to see him get stomped on or something would be great, because I don't like Danny Rand very much. I would much prefer Colleen Wing to be the Iron Fist. I find her much more badass. But I would very much like that to happen, just so we have that bit of like crossover and things, and maybe sort of like it's sort of like a little Easter egg for those who watch all the different shows, and for everybody else it's just sort of like all more heroes are about hidden in the universe. Now we come on to the spoiler section, so if you have not seen the trailers, haven't read any interviews, and you're waiting for Infinity War to come out, stop this video. Stop watching now, like go now, just stop now, because this is it, this is spoiler zone. So I've given you fair enough warning. If you want to know things that I'm predicting based off spoilers, continue on. If you want no spoilers, stop now, stop, turn off now. Okay, you've had your fair warning. If you're still here, here's my predictions based on stuff that has happened in the trailer or in interviews that I'm now basing stuff off of. I reckon Peter Parker's going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what Stephen Strange's real name is, because obviously he came up with the, oh, we're using our made up names line. I'm hoping that he spends most of the time trying to figure out his actual name, and maybe the rest of the characters as well. I just kind of like the idea of Peter just shouting out random names in the middle of the fight though. I don't know, I'm just hoping something like that happens. I also reckon Stephen Strange, because of this or maybe some other reasons, is going to become really, really fond of Peter and want to basically adopt him or something, because Peter's really sweet. I reckon that that's going to happen, so then maybe when Tony goes, Stephen takes over as sort of Peter's sort of father figure. I also reckon Hawkeye is going to turn into Ronin, as he has been hidden entirely from every poster and everything apart from the big 10-year photo. Apart from that, we haven't seen Hawkeye at all, so I reckon he is now Ronin and they are hiding him. He's also having an independent mission, so I reckon Hawkeye is going to be hunting down the Soul Stone by himself to try and find it before Thanos does, and I reckon he's going to find that Soul Stone in Heimdall, because Heimdall can see every single soul in the universe and through the 9 realms, and if that doesn't scream Soul Stone at you, what about his golden eyes? Obviously, gold is very, very orangey, and the Soul Stone is orange, so I reckon that's where the Soul Stone is. I also reckon that Ebony Maw is going to be manipulating everybody into seeing the people that they've lost, so maybe Steve sees Peggy and Scarlet Witch sees Quicksilver and things like this, because what better way to torture our heroes than for them to see the people that they've lost, which will cause maximum pain but also give throwbacks to previous films and famous characters who obviously can't be in the actual film because they are dead. Apparently they have been seen on set, and that could be them screwing with us, but I would like that to be a thing. And finally, I hope if Steve dies, I want Bucky to take over the mantle as Captain America, because he deserves it. Sebastian has a 9-movie deal. This is his 4th appearance, therefore it just needs to be a thing, essentially. He needs to be Captain America, get his redemption arc. We still get Captain America, but we get a different twist on him and things, and I just basically really want like Bucky to take over as Captain America. I wouldn't be opposed to Falcon. I think Falcon would be a very, very good Captain America as well, and I feel like it would be very, very empowering for people to see that, much like Black Panther, and I think that would be something that America very much needs at the moment. But personally, I would prefer to see Bucky and maybe have Falcon and Bucky maybe alternate between being Captain America or something like that. I think it would be great. My camera ran out of battery before I managed to finish and wrap up this entire video, so I know this was very long, but if you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up. Tell me down below what you think is going to happen in Infinity War, if you agree with me on anything, or if you've got other theories as to who people are or anything like that. Please tell me that down below so we can discuss Infinity War and stuff, because it's this month, people. We are literally weeks off from Infinity War. I need to talk about this with someone. I need to talk theories and everything. So please tell me that down below. And if you want to see any more of my videos where I talk about stuff like this and books in general, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.